The text came in at 9:41 p.m., just as I was rinsing soap from my hands. Can't talk. Busy. Don't wait up. It wasn't what she said. It was how long it had been since she'd said anything at all. For weeks my wife, Mira, had been distant in a way that felt carefully practiced. Missed calls that went straight to voicemail. Her phone face down on the counter like it had something to hide. Laughter that stopped when I entered a room. I told myself it was stress. End of quarter deadlines. Office politics. The harmless lies we tell ourselves to keep the ground steady. Then the invitation came, her office party. Formal, she said, distracted. +1's optional. She didn't ask me to come. That night, I put on a rented tux and a name badge borrowed from a friend who worked security for the venue. I didn't feel brave. I felt small. Like a man rehearsing a wound. The ballroom hummed with music and clinking glasses. Mira stood near the bar in a black dress I'd never seen. Her hair pinned the way she used to do when she wanted to feel powerful. She laughed with coworkers, her hand resting on the arm of a man I didn't recognize. My chest tightened. I waited for jealousy to bloom into certainty. Instead, I overheard my name. I can't do this, Mira said, her voice low, urgent. I hate lying to him. The man Ethan, I later learned, sighed. You don't have to lie. Just tell him. Tell him what? She snapped. That my husband thinks I'm cheating because I've been helping my ex get sober? That I've been sneaking phone calls because he asked me not to tell anyone? That I've been scared he'd think the worst. My knees went weak. Ethan said. You should have told him sooner. I know, she whispered. Every day I don't, it gets heavier. I leaned against a pillar, the room spinning. Her ex, Daniel. The name surfaced like a bruise. They'd been together before me, a life I never asked details about. He'd struggled with addiction, she'd said once, a long time ago. I'd never known he was back in her life. I wanted to storm in, demand answers, feel righteous anger. Instead, I listened. He called me at 2 in the morning, she continued. Said he was going to end it. I couldn't ignore that. I didn't want to scare my husband. He's been through enough. Enough. The word hit hard. My mother's illness. The layoffs. The way I sometimes woke gasping, convinced I was losing everything. I left before I could be seen. The night air felt like a slap. I sat in the car and remembered all the moments I'd rewritten as betrayal. Her stepping outside to take calls, the way she flinched when I touched her phone, the forced excuses. I'd built a story where I was the fool. Fit too easily. When she came home I was waiting. No shouting. No theatrics. Just the truth sitting between us like a fragile thing. I went to your party, I said. Her face drained of color. I can explain. I know, I replied softly. About Daniel. She broke. Not dramatically, quietly, like something finally allowed to fall apart. She told me everything. The late night calls. The fear. The shame of not trusting me with something that mattered. She said she was sorry over and over. Not for cheating but for letting silence poison us. I should have believed you'd understand, she said. I thought I was protecting you. I wanted to be angry. Part of me was. Not because she'd loved someone before me or helped someone in pain, but because she'd decided alone. Because trust isn't just fidelity. It's letting someone see the mess. We sat there until dawn, sifting through memories that now stung with misunderstanding. The way love had bent under pressure, not broken but thinned. We didn't fix everything that night. Trust doesn't rebuild on apologies alone. But we chose honesty, the kind that risks disappointment. Weeks later, I still think about that pillar in the ballroom, the man I almost became. Certain. Bitter. Ready to walk away from a marriage based on half-heard truths. What I learned is this. Suspicion grows fastest in silence. And sometimes what you expect to hear isn't betrayal, but fear, wearing the wrong disguise. I didn't lose my wife that night. I almost lost myself.